back,
family being in
how you
this
got in,
movie.
what, you know,
Yeah.
what you thought you got out of act, or anything, any memories of
Yeah.
act. John Campbell, whatever.
Yeah,
There's
well,
nobody like Rosalie.
yeah. Well, do we introduce ourselves, or do we?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Rosalie can
Uh-huh.
give you a
Should I
leading
start?
question.
Should I start talking then
Yeah,
about something?
yeah,
Okay.
let's start rolling.
Okay. Yeah.
Joanne and Lowell Barr, you have been involved with ACT since the very beginning. In Annie Get Your Gun, I think
Uh-huh.
you were in Man Who Came to Dinner, weren't you?
I
Lowell?
was. That was the first production, and
when
I was a partner of John Campbell in the clinic. I was a pediatrician and he was a urologist, and he came over from Rochester. He'd been in theater in Rochester before he came here, and so the first production was Man Who Came to Dinner, and I was Bert Jefferson, who was one of a newspaper reporter, and we had a good time with about half a dozen people that we still know that were in the production. Yeah. So.
And you were so busy. You know, nowadays people say, oh, we're too busy to be involved in the theater, but there couldn't have been a busier family than the Barrs.
Oh yes,
How did you do it?
Well, we enjoyed having the kids with us. In fact, in Annie Get Your Gun, Evie was in a trunk, I think.
Yes, sleeping in a trunk.
Yes.
At 2 months she came
I
to the
personally
theater.
Right.
remember holding your baby while you were on stage for some
Right,
of those dance
yeah.
rehearsals.
Yeah.
I do.
Can I interject? How did that happen? You must have been
Uh,
very far along in the pregnancy when you started the play.
That's,
Mm.
yeah,
well,
there,
she was.
yeah.
Do you think you had the baby before rehearsals started?
I
Surely
No.
you-
I
I
think
don't
probably
think
so. It was about the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And another baby that was being born was Lee College.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I
Mhm.
guess you'll get some comments on that from
Yeah.
other people.
But Annie Get Your Gun, we had a play party over at our cabin over at the valley that you were talking about earlier, and people came in costume from Annie Get Your Gun, and
Yeah,
of course Nancy Campbell was Annie, and Sanford Eggy was
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill, and so on. It was wonderful with the music and everything. It really was a great production. Yeah. So, yeah.
Younger man back then.
Yeah, I guess so.
Was it a
right.
good release? Because your
Yeah.
business is pretty taxing, right? And the theater was a
Right.
good, fun release for you?
Oh, I enjoyed it. John Campbell always said, if you have to be at rehearsal, and the only excuse for being missing rehearsal is the death in the family, your own. So.
That's a common denominator.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
That should be on the walls.
Everybody says that, I guess. So, yeah.
And John and Nancy lived just 2 houses away from us. So we were their friends the whole time. They were here.
And our kids and their kids were good friends, and still are some today, even. So.
Yeah, and we last saw John on Amelia Island off Georgia. And we took a walk at sunset, and then we stopped to take pictures. And the setting sun was right behind his head. And that's the last time we saw him.
Do you still have that picture?
I think so.
It would be hard to find, but we probably could. Yeah. Yeah.
So the theater was more John's idea than
Oh,
yours?
it was John's
Absolutely.
idea.
He had done Shakespeare and other things.
He
in
came
Scotland.
from Scotland, of course, and he'd had some theater background there. But he was a good friend of the director in the Rochester Theater, and in fact, I think the director came over to help start the theater here too, along with John and Nancy.
And we talked about our second to littlest child, but there were 4 more who were in Act plays.
Yeah, in Music Man and
Fiddler on the Roof. And
Annie, and all the different.
yeah, Guys and Dolls.
Yeah, we often had the family with us in things.
And if they weren't on stage, they were painting sets, scrubbing floors, practicing with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
That's been the conversation today when we were talking
Uh-huh.
to Joan Mushler. And then Eric, of course, has gone on to do things, and their daughter in
Uh-huh.
Chicago, that has acted, well, she started a theater in Chicago.
From Northwestern University, and they're
Yes.
still
Yes.
going today. Oh,
Say
yeah.
the name, say the name.
The Looking Glass Theater.
No, but say her name.
Oh, Evie.
See, I didn't know
Evie
whether
Barr.
to call her
Uh-huh.
Evie or Eva, so
Eva.
Eva,
Mhm.
yeah. And she's in theater today. And
Oh,
so
yeah. Uh-huh.
Does she sneak into the theater still?
Oh, she does, yeah.
she did an absolutely beautiful production, and it was called Breakfast of Champions.
Yes, right.
And it focused on Joanne, Joan Mushler, Ann Earhart, and Nancy Hockenberry, and it focused on their lives and their
Uh-huh.
friendship. It was beautiful, and Evie wrote it.
Yeah, she,
Yes.
Yeah.
she
That was
interviewed
fun.
them and got a lot of history, and then the set included their wedding dresses floating across the stage and so on.
Yeah.
It was Evie's idea. It was kind of like a clothesline that went across the stage. So,
Yeah, it
but-
was one of the best experiences
yeah.
of my life.
Yeah.
We could have had a big fight. Not to say we were always in a good mood, but you'd put 4 mothers and 4 daughters or sons, sons together, and it was just
Oh.
a growing experience. It was really neat.
Right.
Joanne, what I remember about you as an actress, you did comedy. For example, you were one of the Pigeon Sisters in The Odd Couple.
Oh,
But
right.
you also did drama. You were in,
I never sang for my father.
well, the one I'm thinking of is, I believe you were in, was Streetcar Named Desire.
Right,
Oh,
yes.
yes,
You had
yeah.
Big, dramatic
Yeah,
role.
heavy
so-
part, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
really
did.
liked that.
Yeah.
But- And you were a busy mother, that, you know.
Oh,
that's-
right, yeah. Yeah, we,
Another question a thing we were talking about is thinking about ACT being 50 years old and looking ahead, because we don't wanna just look back, we wanna think about where's the future of theater. Do you have any comments on that?
oh, well, I think it's been a wonderful addition to the community, and I would hope it would continue on by all means. We don't have anybody right here except Evie who's involved, but our one daughter just moved back from Connecticut, and so we're hoping that Amy will get involved in the area now too. She has 3 boys,
She has.
and they're very musical and interested in theater, so that'll happen. They're up looking for a house right now in Minneapolis, yeah, but they're going to be back and forth. They go to the cabin a lot too, so we're gonna,
Juliana, our youngest,
yeah.
sang in a Christmas carol, and that just reminds me what a family get-together that was. And we all promised to stay here Christmas, which was really nice of some. Well, this is nice of
yeah.
everybody, but some it was
Yeah.
easier than others. And so we lived there for 13 days each Christmas.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, Oliver is one of the things we were in as a family, and now it's been produced in Connecticut. My daughter Amy's family did it in Connecticut, and then Evie did it in Spring Valley too, in the Wyckoff area, and different productions, but it was based on what John Campbell had done with Oliver and Albert Lee. Some of the productions are done again, and maybe a little different, and maybe a different director too of some of the productions.
How big a part were you when the new theater was built? When you left the little theater?
We still got involved, but I think our main memories were from the first theater out of Southwest Junior High, but
Ann and I and Nancy were in mornings.
Mornings at 7
Mornings at
was a
7,
good
that was a
production,
wonderful
yeah.
show too, yes.
Yeah.
Can you believe
Yeah.
the plays we did out at Southwest Junior High without not very much space to build
That's
sets
right,
and everything?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lowell keeps saying he remembers Andy and Fats, who were 2 black
Oh.
musicians, Lee College.
Yeah, Lee College
yeah.
really went along with the theater. It was about the same time that Lee College was starting, and Mike Brindisi and
Who's the
who-
director?
oh
owner,
yes, Mike was a wonderful
Chanhassen.
addition, and then has gone on to Chanhassen and has been a director and a staple there with his wife, and now his daughter is an actress too. And, but Lee College people provide a lot of music, and many of the students were involved in productions over the years.
Let's see what I-
The theme of Lee College keeps coming up because Joan Slen, of course, went there for her education before she went on
Uh-huh.
to Mankato. I know
Yeah.
that Esther Selzer returned to Lee College.
Yeah,
and I know
Esther, I have a
Joanne-
video of her graduating. In fact, I have that. That might
Yeah.
be
That might
something
be.
of interest.
And then Joanne, you were
Uh-huh.
on the faculty there. So, I mean,
yeah.
it was a wonderful outlet for the
Sam
community.
Seltzer was
Also,
on the faculty too.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
So Lee College
Yeah.
had a direct effect on Act Theater. It probably
It
would
did.
be, if it didn't
And-
happen, Act Theater wouldn't be what it is.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I don't think so,
But
but
it
they.
just was an
Yeah.
exciting time. It
And,
went hand in hand. We thought
yeah.
that we thought the town was gonna grow,
Uh-huh.
and big things were happening. The interstate was finished.
Yeah, yeah. Harvey Jaffe comes to mind. He played Music Man, or no.
Yeah, he was.
He was the Fiddler on the Roof. He was one of the people, and
He was in Hello Dolly, I think.
oh yes, yeah,
Yeah, he is really a comedian.
yeah,
Really
yeah. We still keep in touch with Harvey,
Mhm.
so and Seltzers and the Mushlers, of course, too. And so, yeah.
We can erase this, I guess, if we can't think of it. There's
Yes.
lots to say, but they all have long
Yeah.
He'll pick and
stories
choose.
behind.
I would just give them the pictures and let them think about some things.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
look.
I'm,
I was
oh,
thinking.
you've got some notes there you wanna.
Thinking of the Backdoor Coffee House. I don't know if you ever remember that.
Where was
That was probably before your time, maybe. Or did you
No,
come at the time
your
of
time
it?
was the
Where
same
was
as.
It was at the basement of the,
Hotel Albert,
no,
No,
across from the post office,
Reed Center, the Hyde Building?
the Hyde Building.
Was it?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay.
And we had a back door, and a lot of Lee College students came there, and in fact, I have some video of that, which was interesting. We had a number of the Lee College people. I remember DeMeesters coming, and some of the faculty there, but theater people were certainly involved in that too.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take pictures of them
Okay.
afterwards, so you can just look
Yeah.
at them.
This is one of the pictures of John Campbell that I found.
Oh,
There he is sitting on
yes.
stage, smoking his cigarette.
Yeah.
Right, yes. Oh, that's good. Herfindahl has some pictures of John Campbell that he did that were
Lloyd Herfindahl, the artist.
the artists that are good, and I know I think that several people have those pictures around. I know the Bloomers do. Yeah.
Mhm.
So. Oh, there's me.
You're in there, where are you?
Yes, there you are. Yeah. No, we had a good time with Man Who Came to Dinner.
We'll talk fast.
Actually, Harvey Jaffe broke his leg in our house and pretended he was Man Who Came to Dinner
And stayed 6 weeks.
and stayed at our house 6 weeks. And but that
really
was
did.
after
Yeah,
this.
he
He
really
did
did.
that, and
Oh,
Yeah,
are
we're
there
just
any
doing this
others?
to stir your memory, so.
Yeah.
I'll take pictures of these afterwards. and
Oh,
slice
okay,
them in, so-
yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
what we
she's
see.
going back for more.
Oh, one thing
Oh.
that we
Go
would
ahead.
talk about is cast parties.
Oh, yes,
Cast parties.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Lots
Some
of.
people thought that we did evil things. I better not say that.
Well, you know, the thing was that the theater production was over about 10 or 10:30, and by the
Right.
time the cast got there, clothes changed and their makeup off and went to the
Yeah.
party, went home and got their food. The party would start at about 11. And
Right.
it might go till 2 in the morning.
Right.
And then that was just, the
And there-
talk of the town.
There might be
Right.
water skiing and swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Campbells had a lakefront property, and we had boats off to the
Yeah.
back. And in fact, we were right next to them. Our house was right across the road, so.
Yeah, yeah, so, in fact, I have to tell you the absolute truth, I think that's the reason I got involved, was to go to the cast parties.
Oh.
Well, you can really-
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
just a lot of steam being blown off and free
Oh,
spirits
yes,
and
yeah.
everything.
It's that they were the most interesting people in town, the people at the theater.
Right.
They were the
Yeah.
most interesting people in town.
Right, yeah.
So to
Right.
go to that party was the thing to do, if you could.
Well, it was never a dull moment, I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Oh. Oh.
You still got
Here-
a smile on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna show them right now.
Okay.
This was, at, Annie, Get Your Gun, and there
Oh,
you two
yes,
are.
we are,
And
yes.
it was at the dancing scene. Can you
Oh.
believe all the people that were in that
Yes,
play
big,
on that
big.
stage?
Amazing.
Big production.
I can remember
Oh, yeah.
Esther sitting out front putting her Indian makeup on.
I don't know
Oh.
where we found the room to do all of that.
Oh, yeah,
We don't.
Jim Oliver here, that's
Newspaper.
newspaper editor, of course, and, oh, yes. Well, we
That's a neat picture.
had lots of good times there
Yeah.
with
And
Annie
in a-
Get Your Gun. Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, to me, it seems like only yesterday.
Right, yeah.
You know, really.
Uh-huh.
And you were asking if we were there at the beginning. We sat right behind you.
Yeah.
So we're some of the few who've been with it a whole
That's-
long time.
That's what I was saying, when I went to that meeting, it was like time stood still. I can still remember
Uh-huh.
where John Harshbarger sat.
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
Dean
yes.
Winiger sat.
Right.
It was just like one of the most exciting moments of my life.
Yes, oh, yes.
And we laugh about what would we have done in
Oh.
Albert Lee if it hadn't been for the theater.
Yes, oh, it's been 11.
Formed a
for
bowling
the-
team or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
We,
Mhm.
Good.
the theater people were charitable though.
Yes.
We did a lot of skits and performances for like Christmas parties or various community events. I
Yes,
know.
very much so.
Mhm.
Active in the
Yeah,
community. and
yeah,
They
that's-
would call on the theater people for programs.
Uh-huh.
Just to bring some life to whatever event it was.
Oh,
It's our
yes.
culture.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
All-time greatest play for you guys?
Oh, gosh.
Greatest.
If you could go back and act one play and get in youth again, which one would
I
it be?
think Fiddler on the Roof was really wonderful for me. I danced with Bill Sturts, and I always think of that when I see him now. Neither of us could probably do that again, the bottle dance, and so on, but boy, it was a great time and something we think about as we reminisce. And Bill's kind of disabled now, and I'm not as agile as I used to be, but it was and the music and everything. My daughter was in Fiddler on the Roof up at Augsburg College, and it was just a wonderful production, I think. So, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Well, I liked working on Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh, yeah.
It was heavy duty though, and some things didn't go exactly like they were supposed to. Because
Oh.
Terry Moriarty, the
Mhm.
junior high principal, was not a bowling alley beer drinking person.
Oh.
But he could get mad, and he had to do that a lot of times.
Oh.
And then I liked Mornings at 7.
Yeah.
But the one I'd choose Evie's above all, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I remember your blue dress as Stella. Were you Stella?
I
or-
was pregnant, yes.
Yeah, she was pregnant, and that reminded, we have 5 kids, and she was pregnant many times, so I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Well, we'll keep it sweet.
Yeah.
Anything?
Unless you have something you really meant to get out, we should
yeah.
get on to the next.
Okay, no, that's
Okay.
good.
Okay, just as
All right.
We've got a year to plan all this.
Gosh, I have several videos of some of the productions
Do you?
of things. Quilters, I don't know if you remember.
Quilters, yes.
Yeah,
Now,
Uh,
when you say video, was it a tape deck or was it
Film.
It was a
films?
film,
Like
yeah,
on a reel?
right, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
8
Dan?
millimeter,
In fact,
16?
VCR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Dan is
Uh-huh.
I should know
adept
this
at being able to
Convert things
As
duplicate
or
long as it
do
isn't
something.
beta.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Not beta, no, I do have a lot of old beta too,
You
but
do?
I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
but,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you see them out there every now and then,
Oh.
not very often, they're kinda like the
Yeah.
Pinto.
Yeah,
You
right.
remember them, but you don't see them.
We had a production, Joanne's family reunion in the summer, and I went through a whole bunch of videos and put them together, and the guy down in the corner across from Security Bank converted it to,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you
George.
know the guy,
Yeah.
I'm sure he
George,
probably,
yep.
and I think he did a good job of that, but then my grandson took it on his computer and he edited it down even further and added Beatles music and other things, and so it's
Yeah.
really quite a nice little
Oh, sure.
little disc, and I gave it out to all the people, so.
Yeah, I could use that.
And that's kind of our idea with this, is we're going to have narration and clips and
Mhm.
a lot of pictures
Yeah.
and things, and then when we will have those videos available.